Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief keeps you informed about what's happening in Annapolis, Anne Arundel County, and Maryland. Local news, local sports, local events, local opinion, and, of course, local weather. Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief starts now.
Good morning. It's Monday, October 2nd, 2023. This is John Frenaye, and this is your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief presented by Annapolis Subaru and the SPCA of Anne Arundel County. All right, I'm going to admit it, I'm beat. I did the Lifeline 100 bike ride yesterday, and it was a blast. Perfect weather for a ride. I actually ran into County Executive Pittman, and he didn't bail out this year at Bean Rush and go home, although I do think that Mayor Buckley was driving that decision the other year. All in all, 1,000 people had a great time on the roads of Anne Arundel County. Highly recommended if you ride a bike. Hey, a quick reminder, in case you're not signed up, we have a daily news recap newsletter. It's great for news that happens after this drops in the morning and also what happens over the weekend. It's local, free, and hits your email inbox at 7 p.m. every night, and I'm going to drop a link right here in the show notes. Anyhow, we do have a bunch of news to catch up on, so shall we? An Anne Arundel County police sergeant has been arrested in Allegheny County, Virginia for a DUI. Sergeant Redmond is a 14-year veteran of the force and is assigned to the Bureau of Operations and Investigations. Currently, he is suspended with pay pending an investigation here. Do you have a kiddo graduating from public schools this year? The Anne Arundel County Public Schools have released the graduation calendar, and all of them are going to be at Live Event Center up in Hanover. And despite what you may have heard, Live is not doing this because they are so nice. They did receive a huge tax break to build it, and part of that negotiations was that the schools would be able to use it for graduation at no cost. Prior to that, they rented several venues across the area to host graduations. They kick off on June 3rd, 2024, and wrap up on June 7th with 2 or 3 ceremonies daily. We do have the full list at eyeonannapolis.net. Congratulations to BWI. They have the best cans in the country. We told you about Kintis running a contest for America's best restroom, and after all was said and done, BWI is number 1 and, well, I guess number 2. The new restrooms feature fully enclosed stalls, touchless features, LED fixtures to tell you which are occupied and which are not, and several other smart features. So congrats to Ricky Smith and his crew up at BWI. I guess we need to talk about the dismal performance by Navy on Saturday. There were a few bright moments, but entirely too few, as the Mids fell to the University of South Florida 44-30, and they slide their record to 1-3. You can check out our live blog from Saturday if you weren't one of the 643 people following it live. And the Mids do take on North Texas this Saturday at 3:30 p.m. And like last time, we're going to have it all for you with a live blog. They have to get their act together. Jay Alexander's is finally opening today, for real. After they contacted me with a few false starts, they were emphatic that they are opening at the Annapolis Town Center today at 10:30 a.m. with a ribbon cutting. This is the old Gordon Beer spot. They are owned by the same parent, and I'll tell you, I am looking forward to checking it out. Another opening, IKEA Light. Now that's my term. They call it a plan and order store, but it's going to open later this year in the Annapolis Harbor Center. There won't be any meatballs, so if there's an enterprising scout troop, there may be an opportunity there. And from what I gather, there will be a small display area, but it's really a place to ask questions, place orders, maybe work with interior designers, and even receive shipments. So we may have a little IKEA coming to us. When I play trivia at a bar, I am thrilled when we win a $50 gift card. But Axis of Evil, which is a team that plays at Galway-based Tuesday pub quiz night, they are taking it to a whole different level. Now, Galway does do it a little bit differently, and they charge $10 a team to enter, and the winning team determines a charity that they support who will get the spoils of the win. Well, Axis of Evil started the year that Box of Rain started, and that was 20 years ago. And apparently, they are an amazing team. One I'm not sure I'd like to go up against. But over the course of those 20 years, the group has donated just shy of, get this, $30,000 to Box of Rain. Now, Box of Rain started as an independent nonprofit here in town, but now is under the umbrella of the Annapolis Maritime Museum and Park. And I gotta say, way to go, guys. Hopefully you caught our canines and crosstreks on Friday with Renegade and Macy, who are just waiting for a new home. Hopefully you have some room in your heart and home for them. On Saturday, we did speak with Mike Flanagan of Weems and Plath. What a great company, and the oldest one I have spoken to so far. And just for clarifications, that's the oldest company, not Mike. He's kind of young. This Saturday, we're diving into the new restaurant called The Lodge over by the mall from a familiar face, James King. And about those local business spotlights, if you know of a local business or organization that wants to be featured on the local business spotlight, let me know. I will reach out. There is absolutely no cost to it whatsoever. Okay, that's a wrap, and thank you first and foremost, and also a quick thank you to our sponsors for the Daily News Brief. Annapolis Subaru, the SPCA of Anne Arundel County, Solar Energy Services, Hospice of the Chesapeake, and Scout and Molly's. Oh, and also Alpha Engineering. And Alsina is here with her Monday Money Report because, well, it's Monday. And of course, George Young from DCMDVA Weather is here with the only locally forecast weather report you're going to find. All that's coming up in just a bit, so hang around.
Advanced illness decisions aren't always easy. Hospice of the Chesapeake, your hometown hospice, wants you to know you do have a choice over who provides care, what type of care, and when and where your loved one receives that care. Learn more at hospicechesapeake.org.
Ready for a new look for those end-of-summer parties? Come see us at Scout and Molly's. I'm Betsy Abraham. My mom and I own and operate this great little boutique at the Annapolis Town Center. Come enjoy a fun, in-person shopping experience with a bonus, real customer service. We'd love to help you pick out the perfect outfit for back-to-school Annapolis boat shows and nights out with your friends. Scout and Molly's, Annapolis Town Center. Thanks for shopping local.
When you live near Annapolis, you know how fickle the weather can be. So you need a truly local forecast that's accurate and reliable. Forecast right here in Annapolis. DCMDVA Weather is not just for today, but for the rest of the week and the weekend too. Now here's George Young of DCMDVA Weather with the weather outlook for today and beyond.
Hey everyone, this is George with DCMDVA Weather, and this is your Eye on Annapolis forecast for Monday, October 2nd. Yesterday brought a great finish to a nice weekend on the whole for the Annapolis region, and it also brought a great start to the month of October with sunshine in 70s and 80s across the area, and the week ahead looks amazing as well. Look for sunshine each day today through Thursday, with highs in the upper 70s to lower mid-80s in spots, with some clouds and maybe mid or upper 70s expected Friday, along with a small chance of a shower as a front moves through from the west, which will lead to highs in the upper 60s to lower 70s with mixed skies for the weekend. Okay, that's it for today. This is George Young of DCMDVA Weather. Make it a great day out there today. Stay healthy and be safe. And be sure to follow DCMDVA Weather on Facebook and X for regular updates each day, along with the website at dcmdvaweather.info, so you can always stay weather informed.
The benefits of a good night's sleep are well documented. Sleeping well prevents weight gain, improves concentration and creativity, and boosts the immune system. So, what keeps you up at night? If you run a business, then the security of your computer network may be one of those things. Threats like ransomware and phishing are becoming increasingly sophisticated and pose a real risk to any business. Don't let these cyber threats keep you up at night. At Alpha, they've been helping their customers sleep better for over 30 years by monitoring in real time and hardening network defenses. And for those irritating IT issues that arise every day, Alpha's just a phone call away, helping your business run smoothly and helping you sleep better, knowing Alpha is on guard. Give Alpha a call to see if they can ease your worries and help you get the rest you deserve. Find them at alphagetsit.com.
You work hard for your money. Is your money working hard for you? Managing and investing, it can be confusing. Ann Alsina, a financial planner from CovingtonAlsina, has been helping people make sense of it all for over 17 years. Are you ready? Now here's your Monday Money Report.
This is Ann Alsina of CovingtonAlsina with your Monday Money Report. September closed with the first down quarter of the year. All three stock market indexes, the S&P 500, Dow Jones Industrial Average, and the NASDAQ, were all negative for the last 3 months. Worries about inflation were topped off with the ongoing and expanding United Auto Workers strike and the potential for another government shutdown. It's important to note that the market is still positive for the year, largely driven by 7 large tech companies. continuing to invest with each paycheck allows you to take advantage of drops in the market. Building your emergency savings will help cushion the blow for short-term emergencies or longer-term life changes. Easier said than done, with the price of everything seeming higher and higher. On Friday, the Bureau of Labor Statistics released the Personal Consumption Expenditures, or PCE, price index, and it dropped below 4% for the first time in over 2 years. The PCE is the Federal Reserve Bank's preferred measurement for inflation, and their target is 2%. So while inflation is slowly declining, it's still too high. The concern impacting the markets is that the Fed will continue to hold rates at current levels for longer than expected, and possibly raise them again at their November meeting. By raising interest rates, the Fed hopes to contract the monetary supply. If it costs more to borrow, companies and individuals will borrow less. Inflation is when there is too much money chasing too few goods. So as raising rates often leads to less spending, inflation declines. We should also see an impact on inflation from the restart of student loan payments this month. Also this month, the FAFSA, or Free Application for Federal Student Aid, would normally be opening. This year, there have been a number of changes, and the FAFSA will not be available until December at the earliest. Among other changes, the calculation of your Student Aid Index, a replacement for the expected family contribution, will no longer consider how many family members are in college. It also includes the value of small businesses and farms. One of the biggest is how they determine who files the FAFSA in case of divorce. Previously, it was the primary custodial parent. For the upcoming application, it changes to the parent who provides the most financial support. Your action item this week is to schedule your fall HVAC maintenance. Follow us on Facebook. Check out our website at CovingtonAlsina.com for more information and great resources. CovingtonAlsina is a registered investment advisor. Information presented is for educational purposes only and is not intended to make an offer or solicitation for the sale or purchase of any specific securities, investments, or investment strategies. Investments include risk unless otherwise stated and not guaranteed. Be sure to first consult with a qualified financial advisor and or a tax professional before implementing any strategy discussed herein. Past performance is not indicative of future performance. And if you don't have a financial advisor, come talk to us. This is Ann Alsina with CovingtonAlsina.
Hello, energy consumers. This is Rick Peters, president of Solar Energy Services. Have you been looking for ways to save money recently? Maybe you should consider solar energy for your home. Or are you waiting for the technology to get cheaper? If so, how long are you going to wait? Today's solar costs less than 20% of what it cost 10 years ago. But while solar prices have declined every year, so have the financial incentives. Bottom line, if you wait for cheaper solar, you're also waiting for lower incentives. Take my home, for example. My solar system was installed in 2010, and it's been paid off for almost 5 years, and I no longer have to buy any electricity for another 15 to 20 years. If I waited for cheaper solar, I'd still be paying an electric bill. At Solar Energy Services, we have thousands of satisfied customers who are sure glad they didn't wait. So what are you waiting for? Sunshine's a wasted. Call us today for a free solar design at 410-923-6090 or on the web at solarsaves.net.
Sunshine, sunshine, nothing else can make me feel so fine.
You've been listening to the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. Tell your friends and colleagues, this is the podcast where you can keep up on the latest with what's going on in Annapolis and Anne Arundel County. And don't forget about our website, eyeonannapolis.net, where you can find even more information. And make sure you follow us on Facebook at All Annapolis and on Twitter at Eye on Annapolis. This Daily News Brief podcast comes to you every Monday through Friday at 6 a.m.